A point, but we must be a bit disappointed for this point.
Here in the 8-2 studio, Robbie Mustoe, Robbie Earle. Difficult conditions for Chelsea at Turf Moor. We talked about character and this being a test before the game. Did they fail the test?
No, they didn't fail the test. They can't win every game. This was always going to be a difficult match enough. Then Chelsea are more on the front foot, and you see, well, OK, this is kind of plan A, I suggest. I think they're counter-attacking is plan B. What have they got to be expansive to break down Burnley? And they didn't do it. So you can be a little bit disappointed, Rebecca, that in those conditions they didn't find a way to break through. I thought it was harder for Hazard and Pedro in the second half to be involved as much as they did in the first half, because in the first half it was about counter-attacking, where you do get space to link the play and be dangerous. So I think on the whole, he will take a point. I think it's interesting, you know, when he says he's disappointed with that point. He wants to keep the winning run going. He wants to be ruthless to try and drive this team to keep winning, and that's really important for them.
Do you think they'd have taken a point before the game had you given it them?
No, because I don't think that's the mentality that the manager has or the group of players have, and that's why they're sitting top of the table with the kind of gap they've got over the other teams, you know, and there's 5 teams chasing them. No one's really put in a sustained run to catch them. But I just, for a moment, Rebecca, I'd just like to say, of these two managers, before a ball was kicked, I thought Antonio Conte's got a real hard job to get Chelsea in the top 4, and I thought Sean Dyche has got a really hard job to keep Burnley in the league. Struggling last season is a magnificent job. So, two managers doing their work very differently, different quality of squad, but both getting the most out of the group of players. Is
Sean Dyche a manager that maybe some of the bigger clubs should be looking at when they're next in the market for a new boss?
They should be looking at him, yeah. They should be. I don't think... I think with the club in it for Sean Dyche, do I think there's a top 6 club that will come knock on his door? No. If Burnley finish in the top 10 this season, will the top 6 clubs come knocking? No, I just don't, rightly or wrongly. But there is another level, whether that's a West Ham United, Rob, or a Southampton, that might come for him.
You agree?
Yeah, I do, and I think he deserved that. But days like today, there's still more learning to come. He needs to put a couple of good years in the Premier League, continue to grow this Burnley team, and then he'll be ready, and the club may be ready to say, OK, on you go, and they'll bring in somebody else.
OK, chaps, coming up next, we'll head to South Wales for a massive match in the fight to avoid relegation. Swansea